the grace that turns failures into victors. Have you ever felt like your failures disqualified you? Like, no matter how hard you try, you keep falling, and people only remember your mistakes. Listen carefully, because what I am about to share can change how you see your life forever. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 24 verse 16, "The righteous falls 7 times and rises again." That means falling is not the end. Rising again is part of the journey. There is a kind of grace that changes everything. Grace does not just cover your mistakes, it transforms them into testimonies. Grace does not just rescue you from the pit, it sets your feet upon a rock and makes you a victor. Look at Peter. He denied Jesus 3 times at the moment when loyalty mattered most. In John chapter 21, Jesus restored him with love, and that same Peter stood boldly on the day of Pentecost preaching a message that brought thousands into the kingdom. What turned Peter from a man of fear into a man of fire? Grace. Or consider Paul, once known as Saul, who persecuted the church. Acts chapter 9 shows us how Jesus met him on the road to Damascus. Grace turned an enemy of the faith into one of its greatest defenders. He who once destroyed became a builder. That is what grace can do. David too made grave mistakes, yet in Acts chapter 13 verse 22, God still calls him a man after my own heart. Not because David was perfect, but because grace rewrote his story. My friend, grace is not the excuse to remain in failure. Grace is the power to rise again. Grace is the voice that whispers you are not done. Grace is the hand of God lifting you up and placing you where you were always meant to be. Maybe today you feel like you have failed in your business or in your studies. Maybe your marriage or relationships did not work out. Maybe you have failed in your spiritual walk and you think God is tired of you. Let me tell you this, you are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. Your story is not over. Grace is waiting to turn your scars into stars and your setbacks into comebacks. 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 9 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." That means your weakness is not your disqualification. It is the very place where God's strength shines the brightest. So rise again, believe again, dream again. Take one more step, because grace is walking with you. You are not a failure, you are a victor in the making. And as you let this message sink in, let me leave you with sweet words of encouragement. You are deeply loved. You are stronger than you think. You are chosen for victory, and your tomorrow will be greater than your yesterday.